play a quick game?
Let's do this.
All right, rock, paper, scissors for first pick.
Ready? All right. I'll take Jake.
You sure about that?
I'm going Jake.
Izzy may be a little short, but I've seen him play. That's good with me.
I'll take
hey,
my
let's do a friendly bet.
What are we betting?
The other one makes the other one dinner.
Sold. Let's get started.
All right.
All right, guys, friendly game here. Loser makes winner dinner. Luke, hands. All right, we ready? 1, 2.
That's 2. Oh! I turned it over.
Good game.
Well done.
I believe you owe me dinner, sir.
Actually, I think I owe it to Izzy. He scored 19 of your 21.
Whoa. You had first pick. You picked Jake. No one to blame but yourself.
Hello and welcome to Between the Studs. My name is Lonnie and this is JR and this is Izzy and we are part of the Granite Ridge Builders team. And we are glad you've joined us today. This is our special March basketball show. Today we're going to talk about basketball and a lot of things that surround that subject. But we are custom builders and we love building custom homes. We'd love to build one for you. And on this show we're going to talk about components and features and energy components and all those many things that make up today's new construction. There's a lot to talk about. And today we're going to begin with a little bit of history on the subject of basketball. JR, help us.
Thank you, Lonnie. So basketball originated from Dr. James Naismith back in 1891, who was actually born in Canada. He moved over to Springfield, Massachusetts, was working at his local YMCA as a physical education instructor. So he was challenged within 2 weeks to create a game that all the male students could play indoors in the winter months in the nasty cold days in Springfield.
Okay.
So he tried to bring some outdoor games inside, like soccer and lacrosse.
Oh, that wouldn't work very well.
Neither one of them translated really well to an indoor game. So he was reminded of an old game that required a lot of skill and accuracy. It involved throwing pebbles at ducks sitting on the rocks trying to knock them off on a point system.
I remember doing something like that at the fair.
How'd you do?
I didn't do very well.
So he decided to take some old peach baskets, hang them on some poles, and create a point system, and that's how the game of basketball originated. So I think Izzy's going to tell us how basketball made its way from Massachusetts to Indiana.
Well, one of Naismith's friends was Reverend McKay, and he brought it to Crawfordsville, Indiana. And that's kind of how the Indiana Hoosier tradition got started. We've had several different famous people that have started their basketball career right here in Indiana. From John Wooden, Larry Bird, Oscar Robinson, all of them had their starts here in Indiana. Of course, the Hoosiers have 5 national championships, and I've even heard rumors that Isaiah Thomas has a basketball court built into his home.
That's interesting, and believe it or not, Granite Ridge Builders has also built some gymnasiums into people's homes. Nice. It's pretty cool. It is pretty cool. Hey, we're glad again you've joined us today. After the break, we're going to join Kayla and Elizabeth, and they're going to talk about furniture and furnishings that are going to make that game enjoyable in the month of March.
Granite Ridge Builders has hundreds of floor plans to choose from, all of which you can custom design to accommodate your personal needs. But what if you have your own plan or ideas? That's okay. Our 3 professional on-site draftsmen are ready to take your ideas and turn them into a reality. Just give us a call or shoot us an email. We look forward to meeting with you to custom design your next dream home.
Granite Ridge Builders invites you to 11031 Crest Road, located in southwest Fort Wayne. This home features 4 bedrooms and 2.5 bathrooms. The home sits on over 1 acre, features an outbuilding, full unfinished basement, ceramic tile shower, coffered ceiling, granite countertops, and beautiful trimmed scaping. This home is available for sale and is offered at $429,900. Visit us at 9825 Chapman's Boulevard. This ranch-style home features 3 bedrooms on the main level, quartz countertops, ceramic tile backsplash, 3-car garage, beautiful sunroom with a wet bar, unfinished basement, and this home is located on a 17-acre Douglas Lake. This home also offers a covered rear patio with a built-in fireplace. Again, visit us in Chapman's Bridge at 9825 Chapman's Boulevard. This home is priced at $329,900.
Hey Elizabeth, we're here in the theater room at the Next Step Home. Can you tell everybody what some new features are with theater rooms?
Theater rooms are so popular, and we've done a lot of them the past few years. Now, what we've done in the past is what you would typically think of at a movie theater, the stadium seating. It's been really popular to get that effect with the soundproofing, the nice leather reclining sofas and the cup holders, but things are starting to change.
They definitely are. We're starting to get away from the stadium seating and doing one large room, and it helps a lot because stadium seating, people were very limited in conversation and furniture arrangement, hard to play video games and all sorts of things. So now we're trying to go to large sectionals and U-shaped sofas.
So with that type of furniture, what size of room or shape do you recommend?
Well, actually, square is something that people want to get away from. You want to try to elongate the room, go probably something about 17 foot by 14 foot is typically a good size. When the room is square, it's actually really bad for sound.
And what we've done here at the Next Step Home is we've incorporated our wine grotto or wine bar with this room and kept it open. So it's great if you're entertaining. You can have people that are out conversing in the wine area, but they can also see the screen, and it really opens up the party, and everybody's able to converse and do their own thing very well. Now, Kayla, to define the space for your so-called theater room or entertaining room, what would you do with the lighting that would be different?
Well, the lighting in theater rooms is very important. The main thing is to make sure all of your lights are on dimmers. A lot of people will do sconces around the room for just some general lights, a few recessed cans, and you can have a lot of fun with it and do some twinkle stars like we did in this room, but just make sure that you have a lot of layered lights and everything on dimmers.
Now there's other things you can do. I know this room is open, but to help a little bit with the sound, if you've got things going on in other parts of the basement or the home, what are some things you can do with the walls?
Well, there's a few things you could do with the drywall or with the insulation or both. So you could do a couple layers of drywall. You could do sound reducing drywall, which we have now as well, or you could put just regular insulation or soundproof insulation in as well.
Well, there's obviously a lot of ways that you can incorporate a theater room or an entertaining space into your home. And there's ways to add things in the future, such as the wireless sound. So a lot of people can either do it when they're building or once their home is up.
Definitely. And all the designers at Granite Ridge and Choice Designs are here to help with anybody's selections and their vision for their new theater room.
That's great. Kayla, why don't we head upstairs and talk a little bit more about arranging furniture and what's good if you like to entertain.
Let's do it.
So Kayla, we were just down in the theater room or their entertaining space, but not everybody has a basement or a large room like that. So let's talk about other ways you could entertain and set your home up for entertaining.
Definitely. So the next most popular entertaining area would be the great room. And now great rooms are a little bit different than how they were before. They're the main central hub of your family, and the best way to set them up for entertaining is to think about the layout. So to think about fireplaces, to think about where your TV is going to be, and things like that. The popular furniture style today is to have maybe 1 or 2 sofas, maybe a large sectional, but not necessarily the sectionals that we used to think about.
And I know when you're entertaining the holidays or having large groups of people, you don't always have enough space for them to sit when you have your sofas and your chairs. So there's other pieces you could incorporate, such as a bench.
Mm-hmm. Benches are very popular. There's some really cool items. We call them poofs, or little things you can throw around and people can sit on that. One of my favorite things are ottomans that you can pull out little cubes of, or anything that's a little bit more versatile like that.
And that's a great idea, that ottoman with the pull-outs, because that also gives you more storage. Many of those open up and you have places for your blankets as well.
Exactly. And then floor plan layout is definitely a huge thing to think about when it comes to how to lay out entertaining.
Yeah, we're seeing a lot of people do the open concept, which is great because you can entertain a large amount of people. They can be in the kitchen, the nook. You may have a great room set up like this with a sunroom that's adjacent. And another way to make your space more versatile for entertaining is the flooring, like we talked about in a previous episode.
Exactly. And if you do the flooring all the same, then that definitely helps to be able to take furniture from one place to another and move it around a little bit. The other great thing about the new open floor plans that we have now is you can move bar stools around and put those anywhere you need them, just for the extra entertaining times.
Another thing that has changed, Kayla, I've noticed our furniture, such as our couches, they're not quite as big. For a while, everything was so oversized. So now with the smaller scale, it makes it easier to rearrange your layout and add extra pieces.
Exactly. So they're a little bit more refined and definitely more elegant than what you would see in a typical lower level. And sectionals are great options for the great room solutions.
Now, I know in the lower level we talked about lighting in the theater room. That's another consideration in this area as well. What are some recommendations?
I would definitely think about having, like what we mentioned before, definitely having dimmers to be able to have layered lights. Usually a few recessed cans help, and floor plugs are great to be able to move lamps around if you'd like those.
Great idea. Visit one of our newest locations located northwest. Parker's Bay Villa offers snow removal and maintenance of your yard and mowing. This home, located at 11186 DuPont Oaks Boulevard, is available for $254,900. This villa home is a 3-car garage and offers a covered porch, fireplace, large eat-in nook, endless pantry, and ceramic tile shower.
So again, today, Luke, is Bracket Sunday in Indiana and all over the United States. Am I correct?
Yeah. And actually all over America, people are going to be filling out brackets. It's estimated that 50% of Americans will fill out at least one bracket.
That's a lot of brackets, a lot of opportunity to be wrong.
Yeah, absolutely. And a lot of people are getting excited for this tournament. Do you know where the word tournament comes from, Lonnie?
No idea.
Tournament actually comes from the word, from the French word jousting.
Jousting.
Yeah, from medieval times, you had two horsemen riding, together with their long spears, trying to see who could knock the one off. So that's actually where tournament came from. So it came from that jousting. Another interesting fact is the longest ongoing single tournament elimination is the Wimbledon.
As in tennis.
Yeah, tennis. It dates back to dates back to 1877.
Okay. All right. Over 100 years ago. And then you told me that. Chess was also
the first documented use of a bracket was actually from a chess tournament.
I can only imagine how long those tournaments took.
Yeah, I imagine that took several days, if not several weeks.
At least if you play at my speed.
Right, yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Well, hey, we're down here in the kitchen, in the basement kitchen in the Next Step Home, and we're surrounded by Energy Star devices and appliances. Let's talk about those a little bit.
Yep. Upstairs, we went with the most technology advanced appliances, and we talked about those a few episodes ago. Downstairs, we went with the most Energy Star rated appliances. So we got the refrigerator and the dishwasher. Now, right now, the EPA does not have Energy Star requirements for the range and the microwave.
They don't rate those at this point in time?
Nope, not at this time. So we got the refrigerator and the dishwasher down here. A couple other appliances throughout a house that may be Energy Star would be a freezer and a washer and dryer.
And I think we're coming to understand that appliances can be a big energy user.
Oh, absolutely. So let's start with the refrigerator here, Lonnie. Before I talk about the energy efficiencies of the refrigerator, I want to point out that that's a counter depth refrigerator, which means that it's not as deep. So you do sacrifice some cubic inches in the refrigerator, but for a tighter home or a tighter kitchen, it might be the better way to go because it actually keeps it right in line with your cabinets and your countertops.
Sometimes that's an issue in some of our kitchens.
Yeah.
So that does make sense.
Yep, absolutely. So back to the energy efficiency. Now this refrigerator, again, it's Energy Star, and whenever we're talking about Energy Star, if you go to any appliance store, you want to look for that yellow or greenish sticker that tells you where it rates on the energy scale. So now this refrigerator, a lot of people are replacing their refrigerators at home from their old refrigerators.
Okay.
Now,
makes sense. I just did that.
Yeah. Now, what'd you do with your old refrigerator?
I plugged it into the garage.
Yeah.
Still using it.
And that's what a lot of people are doing. So you're replacing it with the energy efficient refrigerator in your main kitchen, but then you're using it either in your garage or your basement.
And I think what you're telling me is refrigerators can be one of the bigger users of electricity when it comes to appliances.
Yeah, absolutely. The refrigerator is the #1 energy user. I mean, you've heard TVs are a big one. It takes 5 or 6 TVs to equal what your old refrigerator is using. So now there's a couple ways to monitor that.
I was going to ask you, how do we know for sure that's true?
Yeah. So
how do we monitor?
Here's an example right here. Okay. This is a $10 item that you plug into the wall. Then you can plug your refrigerator or your TV or whatever you want to see how much money you're spending on that product. And this will actually show you the kilowatts, and then it will actually transfer it into how much money you're spending for that item.
And how much is one of these monitors?
This is about $10. You can get $10 or more sophisticated ones.
That would pay for itself really, really quick.
Yeah,
I like that.
So a refrigerator, for example, that older refrigerator, it'll cost you about $10 to $15 a month just to have that extra refrigerator out in the garage that's keeping your drinks cold.
That's almost $200 a year.
Yeah,
almost.
Absolutely. So it may not be worth having that refrigerator around because after a few years, it might, it'd pay to actually.
Upgrade. I'm going to go home and unplug my old one, right?
Yep, good idea. So,
what can you tell me about this thing?
It's
kind of got some cool buttons on it.
We're talking about March, big basketball month. Yeah. So food is a big thing with that. People are making wings. They're making salsa and cheese dip.
Pizza casserole.
Yeah, you name it. You name it. So this looks like a standard crock pot. Now, if you look right here, there's a little Wi-Fi symbol.
I see it.
Which means this is one of our standalone products in the house that we've talked about before. So this can communicate with your smart tablet or your smartphone.
Wow. Okay.
Now, why would you need to have that? Well, for example, I've done this a few times. My wife, she makes a beautiful roast. She puts it in the crock pot. She tells me when I get home to shut it off.
Okay.
When I get home, the 2 little kids distract me, and before I know it, I'm starting to smell something.
Your pot roast is burnt.
Yep, exactly. Okay. And then she's mad at me. So this way she can take me out of the equation. So she can actually just get on her smartphone and then change it from high to low to
turn it on, turn it off.
Yeah, to warm. What happens if you get stuck in traffic or your meeting's running late? You can just get on your phone and adjust your crock pot from anywhere, so that way you don't lose the meal before you get a chance to get home.
That's cool. Any idea what this unit would cost?
This costs about $130.
Not bad.
Yep.
Not bad. That's pretty exciting.
Yeah. And before we move on, Lonnie, I want to talk about one more thing. Every one of Granite Ridge homes is independently tested by a third party to be Energy Star certified. And they actually come out to the house twice during construction.
Right.
Yep. They come out between insulation and drywall.
What are they testing for at that point?
Well, it's more visual at that point.
Okay.
So they're making sure that there's no weaknesses in the thermal insulation that we're trying to create. So they're making sure there's no holes or there's nowhere where a bat's too compressed and it's not going to get the full R value.
The home's been insulated at that point?
Yeah. So the insulation's in the walls, and they're going through and they're just walking through and making sure that there's no spots where that insulation isn't quite up against that stud, or for some reason it got compressed and you're not going to get the full R15 value out of that bat. So that's more of a visual insulation or inspection. But then when they come towards the tail end of the house, that's when they actually run some actual tests to see how the house rates on the Energy Star scale.
They do the old blower door test at that point?
Yes, the blower door test and the duct test.
Okay.
Yep.
And we end up with a HERS rating?
Yeah, we end up with the HERS rating. And we mentioned this before, the lower the score, the better. And the government says around 100 is where you want to be.
Right.
And we're averaging about 55 to 60.
Which is good. The lower the better.
Yeah, those are great numbers.
Home energy rating system, HERS rating.
Yep, HERS rating, you got it.
Very important at Granite Ridge and in our homes today.
Yep.
Hey, let's go find Izzy and Jake. They've got some devices and gadgets that are going to help us enhance that game day experience.
Thanks, Lonnie. There are lots of different kind of technology advances that are very helpful when you're watching the tournament or trying to enjoy your tournament experience. One of them, though, is the oldest. That's just simply your text alerts or your phone alerts that can let you know when your team starts playing, halftime score, if the game is going to be close towards the end, or final score. Just simple things like that that can really help make sure that you don't miss when your favorite team is on TV.
And now they come out with an app that you can download to your tablet or your phone. So that way, whether you're at home or if you're at work, and we would never watch
maybe
the games maybe during lunch break.
Lunch break only. Yeah.
But no matter where you're at, you can watch the games live on your phone.
One of the things that they had a couple years ago, I'm not sure if they still have it or not, but actually on the NCAA website, if you're watching a game live, there's a little button on the top right corner that said Boss Button. And if you clicked on it, it would flip from the game to a spreadsheet so it looked like you were still busy working. Not that we would ever do this again.
Nope.
No.
Nope.
But we would only watch it on our lunch breaks.
At my house, my wife is my boss, and my wife does not like sports. So one of the problems we run into in our open concept floor plan is that when I'm trying to listen to the game in our big open space, a lot of times I have to turn it up so loud that it bothers her.
It's one of the things that we thought about when we were building our home, and we actually built in what we call a Sonos system. A Sonos system is a system that has speakers that plays music or TV throughout your entire house. Approximately $1,500 would get you about 3 rooms of sound. You can do that outside, you can do that inside, but we use it to kind of remedy that. What we did is we have speakers in the kitchen now so that the game is playing loud in the living room, but at the same time it's playing at a reasonable level in the kitchen. So that way no matter where I am, I can still hear the game, still follow the game, but it's not too loud.
Izzy, let's quit talking about sports and let's just go watch some.
I'm always down for that.
Granite Ridge Builders has hundreds of floor plans to choose from, all of which you can custom design to accommodate your personal needs. But what if you have your own plan or ideas? That's okay. Our 3 professional on-site draftsmen are ready to take your ideas and turn them into a reality. Just give us a call or shoot us an email. We look forward to meeting with you to custom design your next dream home.
Hi, I'm Jake Whitaker with Granite Ridge Builders, and I'm here today to talk to you about a brand new community called Saddle Creek Estates. Saddle Creek Estates is located in Grable, Indiana, and it's in the Leo School District, and the streets are actually in for Section 1 right now, so please come out and see us. Now, there's been a little bit of confusion when people are driving out there. There is an existing house that was originally there, and I'm kind of working out of that right now. I'm out there every Sunday from 1 to 4, or give me a call and I'll meet you out there anytime. Did I mention it was Leo Schools?
We hope you've enjoyed today's show, and we hope your team is selected, and we also hope your team wins as long as they're from Indiana. By the way, if you have any questions about the topics that we discussed on today's show, call us at the phone number on the screen or visit us at graniteridgebuilders.com.
And today we have about 15 open houses available to see from 1 to 4. Visit our website at graniteridgebuilders.com or look in the Journal-Gazette for the openings.
I think I'm going to go with the Butler Bulldogs. I just love an underdog.
Okay.
I just love an underdog, so I will be busy all day at work tomorrow filling out a bracket. So if you're looking for me, that's what I will be doing.
Guys, another important thing about basketball is the cheerleading. I think we should go check out my niece, Sienna, and her cheer squad.
These are the Hoosier Elite Heat cheerleaders.
Listen. You guys ready for a defense?
Oh. Oh.